Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. This is a quick one because it was pointed out to me that in the last video I made talking about the Visconti travelling Inkwell, it wasn't so easy for people to see what was going on. So I've been doing some experiments and this is hopefully going to make things rather more clear. I hope it's worthwhile, I hope you enjoy it. Be with you shortly. Hello again, right, this is the action scene. Now, I'm going to apologise in advance because this old camera does not have an autofocus on video. So, although it's great at taking stills, it's not ideal for this. So apologise in advance, I will keep having to nip round behind the camera to make sure that it's still in focus. Okay, right. First of all, let's fill the inkwell. Now, I've got some diamine cerise here, purely because it's a pretty leery colour and hopefully we'll be able to see when it starts filling up the pen, because it is such a garish bright colour. So here's the lid off the inkwell. Now, I've just rinsed it out from some blue that was in here before, so I'm just going to dry off the top from blue so that doesn't get inside, and tip the ink in. Oh, too much. There is here, let's just see if that's in focus. I think that's in focus. Just here you can see there's a don't fill above this mark, so ink level it says. I'm going to put a little bit back because I like to have a bit of an air gap there. That's just, I think I put a bit too much in then, so I'm just going to stick a bit more in. That's better. Right, so now the ink level is just about on the bottom there, which is absolutely ideal for my purposes. So put the lid back on the ink. There we go, that's done. Now we need to get the inkwell and the pen. So I'm going to use the same Visconti as I used before, but this time I'm prepared and I've got a torch so I can show what's going on behind it, which hopefully will make life a bit more interesting. Now, stopper off the inkwell. I said in the last video you put the pen in with the plunger fully depressed. There's a good reason for that. I discovered that if you put it in with the plunger out, when you push the plunger in the first time, you're pushing all that air into this at the same time, and what basically happens is you have an ink explosion, which is deeply unpleasant, especially when it's completely unexpected. So let's just take this out. Now, in here, I've got to check the focus again on this, excuse me. Yes, that's good. So you can see in that slot that there is the piston seal going up and down. Now if I tip the bottle up like this, actually what I'm going to do is to turn that round so that the two windows match, and now push up quickly, create the vacuum, and you can see in there, hopefully, now I can see that quite clearly, I hope you can too, that the ink is about halfway up there, which is good, but it's not as good as it could be, because what we want to do is fill the whole of that barrel with ink. So the simple way to do it is just repeat that operation. So you pull the plunger back. This time you can see the bubbles there where it went in last time. Now this time when I push it all the way up, I don't know if you saw, but it suddenly went completely black in there. And now I have a torch that doesn't work. Now you can see that is absolutely full At least I hope you can see, because I can't see what the viewfinder's showing on the camera right now. But as it is now, that is completely full. I'll just check the focus. Oh dear, it's not even visible. I'm just turning it to see if I can show, but you cannot actually see any light through there. It's absolutely full of ink. Ah, that's better. Let's just shine that down there like that. So there you have it. The big advantage of a traveller's inkwell is not just the fact that you can travel around with it, it's actually the fact that you can fill your pen, if you've got a vacuum filler, absolutely full to the brim, which means that this thing now holds a vast quantity of ink. There you go. Travelling inkwell, brilliant device, really, really useful, thoroughly recommended. There's actually a new one now from Pineda where Dante Del Vecchio has gone to work. I don't know if it's his specific invention, but it is well worthwhile having a look at it. Hope that was interesting. I hope most of it was in focus. And if you like that, thanks a lot. Like it down the bottom, share it and subscribe and make any comments that you want to add. Hopefully that's a bit more useful than the last video that I put up, which didn't quite show everything so clearly. I hope this worked. And thanks very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you soon. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea now. I'm thirsty. Cheers then. Bye.